What's up, guys, and welcome to the first official vlog back on my channel, Kaitlyn Kenna. So, the funny thing is that I had a YouTube channel back in 2016, 2017, where I was documenting my journey as a personal trainer at the time in Brooklyn, New York, and I was recovering from an eating disorder as well as bulking and prepping to become a bikini competitor, which is pretty interesting because right now, I'm gonna share my journey as I'm building a business with my husband, because now my name is Kaitlyn Kenna Smith, building a business with my husband, with the podcast that I have, with one-on-one coaching that I do online now, I don't work in gyms anymore, and to become a professional CrossFit athlete. So that's what this journey is all about. And it's gonna take a little bit of getting used to talking to the camera and actually looking into the lens as opposed to looking at the screen that's over on the side here, but I'll get it, I promise. Now, really, what this channel is all about, it's about documenting the journey. Documenting the journey of building the business, building the podcast, building the coaching, but also becoming a professional CrossFit athlete. Because right now, I'm definitely an underdog, and I understand that. Like, I have a very long way to go. However, I work really damn hard, and I'm gonna show you the entire journey because everybody loves an underdog story.
On the road to be labeled the greatest. Waste time trying to sleep on it leisure. Now the fact that I'm underestimated only makes victory.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the first official voiceover of the YouTube channel. And I'm gonna play around with this a little bit. So I'm gonna do voiceovers, I'm gonna do video edits for workouts, and I wanna see what you guys like the most, but I'm probably gonna do a mixture of the two because I think that there's a time and place for each one of them. So let me break down what we're doing here in this workout. So it is Metcon Friday, which I'll explain later in the video the purpose behind it. But today I have 3 Metcons on the docket. Usually I have 1 Metcon, some conditioning, strength, and accessories. But today we do 3 Metcons. We recover a little bit with carbs in between, and then we see what we can do performance-wise. Now this first one is AMRAP style. So we have a 3-minute AMRAP, a 3-minute AMRAP, a 3-minute AMRAP, and then a 4-minute AMRAP with a minute rest in between each interval. And it is 20 GHD sit-ups, 20 step back, suitcase, dumbbell lunges, and then you go into max power snatches within the remaining time. So the cool part about this workout is that the day before getting into this, I had some body work done on my hip because I've been dealing with a lot of hip dysfunction and hip issues. And I wasn't able to do GHD sit-ups the day before. Literally was not able to get into that position because of how much pain and how much tightness was in the back, was in the hip. So this was kind of a really exciting thing for me to be able to do GHD sit-ups and do them very efficiently. And then you can see, if you're paying attention to the lunges, you can see how when I step back and my left hip is being worked, that there's a little bit of dysfunction and a little bit of struggle there because that is the hip that has been giving me the issue. Now, we are in the final round, so this is the final AMRAP. This is the 4-minute AMRAP, and the weight on the power snatches is about, it's right almost at 90% of my power snatch. So my power snatch is weaker than my squat snatch. And my squat snatch is already pretty weak. It's only 95 pounds for a 1-rep max. And a lot of that does have to do with the hip issues that I've been dealing with just because of getting into that squat position for a squat snatch. Now with the power snatches here, I was very happy with how they looked, number one, but also how they felt. So yes, I'm wearing a belt, and the reason why I'm wearing a belt is because it's so high in percentage for me. I usually only use a belt if I go over 85%, as well as with my hip and my back lately, I didn't want to risk it, and I would rather wear a belt during the Metcon just for this movement to not risk hurting myself more. So in the final round, I believe I got 10 power snatches, and in the other rounds with the 3-minute AMRAP, I was getting 5 or 6. So again, very happy with how my performance went overall. I was getting off of the GHDs quickly. I was getting right into the lunges and getting through those efficiently. The only thing that really slowed me down here was the power snatches. But I wanted to approach them in a sense where, okay, I'm going to make every single rep as perfect as I can. So I'm going to take a little bit of time between each rep so that I don't risk failing the reps. And you can definitely tell as we continue to go through this, I'm starting to really feel it. but I'm staying focused, and my form, it breaks down maybe a little bit. Maybe I get a little bit lower on the power snatches, but I don't really revert to any disgusting looking snatches, which is what I've done in the past when I was first coming up in CrossFit. So you can see like we're getting a little bit lower just because it's getting more of a struggle. But overall, very, very happy with how this workout went. And we're finishing up here so you can see that I get it and I grab it and I hit it right at the buzzer to get one more snatch in. All right, so I just finished up the second Metcon, and here's the issue. I filmed a fuck ton of stuff, and I recorded myself talking about the Metcon and all this shit. But I had the camera on mute and slow-mo. So, you know, we're just getting back into the swing of things since I don't know how to operate a camera anymore, apparently. But it is what it is. Really what I was saying is I was giving you some thoughts that I had during the training. And the second piece that I did was front squats. It was rowing. I didn't film that because there was no rest, and I'm not going to sacrifice my workout, my training, my intention, and my effort to get something on film. Like if I have a rest like I did in the first one, then of course I'm gonna record it for you guys. But really, the biggest thing is that I made progress. That's what I was saying from what I would have done months ago, and I'm proud of my effort because that's really what matters. Effort is always a choice. And, you know, the biggest thing that I always keep in mind is like, it's tough, it's challenging, but you can handle it. And that's the thing that kind of gets me through things. So right now I'm going to have carbs, and I'm going to have a little bit more carbs than I had between 1 and 2 because I felt like I needed more. It's kind of like testing because that's kind of what these Friday Metcon days are all about. It's simulation of competition, because if you just throw your body into a situation that it's very unknown with how it's going to go, your body's not going to respond very well. And there's something about when you're putting in intense effort after intense effort after intense effort that people from the outside looking in don't see how much that impacts your central nervous system, and it impacts how you perform, and it impacts how you feel. So it's important to put your body into that situation so that when you are in a competition setting, when you start to feel that, and when you have to put in those heavy efforts, your body has that, okay, it's tough, it's challenging, but I've been here before, I can handle it. And that's why going through difficult shit in your life pays off in the end, because you're getting calluses, mental calluses, physical calluses. But that's kind of what I was saying in the last clip that I filmed on mute and in slow-mo. So, carbs, we're gonna hit the third Metcon, and see you after. That was so bad. Oh, yep, so. Again, another one that hurt a lot, physically and mentally. But felt good about my effort, because the point of this is to give each Metcon everything that you have, which is why it's so important in between to take at least 20 minutes of rest and to fuel up with carbs. Again, this is like a competition simulation type shit. So again, putting my body into this uncomfortable situation so that when I am there in competition, I can feel confident because I've been there before. So Fridays, we don't do strength, we don't do accessories, we don't do any base conditioning. We just do 3 Metcons with the intent to give everything that you have to each one, so that way you can get better. And I think it's a physical thing, but it's also a lot of mental. So I'm going to sit here for a second, catch myself, find my soul, clean up, and make post-workout, and then back into my work day. That's how we do it. All right, so after every single workout, what I do is I have a fast digesting carb, Ignition from First Form, and then a fast digesting protein. So I do Formula 1 by First Form. It's a whey protein isolate, so it digests very fast. It doesn't make my stomach feel like a chemical lab because it is low temperature processed, really good quality, and it tastes like Thin Mints. And what I like to do, so the chocolate mint cookie is my absolute favorite. They have a lot of phenomenal flavors, but I like to mix it with a little bit of the vanilla milkshake, and it gives it like this ice creamy, soft serve flavor. I don't know, I fucking love it. But after every workout, fast digesting protein, fast digesting carb, everything that I use, all the supplements that I use, it's all First Form, and it'll always be down in the description below. But I'm going to enjoy this. Now you can just shake this up in a shaker cup. It mixes up super easily. Like I've mixed it up in a water bottle before, but I'm fancy, so we add some ice and we make it super delicious. Dang. What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. So this Florida humidity didn't allow me to do the intro into the day the way that I wanted to, but you know what? That's okay. We're gonna wipe the camera clean, and we're gonna get into training, then we're gonna get into the day. Back at you with another voiceover in this video, guys. Again, just playing around with things, seeing what works. But today was an AMRAP of 30 minutes where we had 5 squat snatches at 80 pounds, so the same weight we used yesterday for the power snatches, 10 burpee chest-to-bar pull-ups, 15 dumbbell step-overs with 35 pounds in each hand, and then into a 1,000-meter C2 bike erg. And we took a minute rest in between each round, and as many rounds as possible for 30 minutes, which this is pretty typical for a Saturday. We do one conditioning piece, and then we usually get into a ton of strength work because, as you recall, yesterday was Metcon Friday, so we did a lot of high-intensity work and not a lot of strength, so we need to make up for it with the strength today. So this one sucked. It was a lunge on each side and then into a front squat for 5 total reps. One of those equaled a rep for 5 sets at 70%. I definitely failed a set, but, you know, you can't be afraid to fail. So we're going to finish this up and get into a little bit of an edit of our drive to first watch.
I can see it, I can see it, I can see it on your pretty face. I can see it, I can see it, I can see it on your pretty face. That heartbreak. Is it about control? Tell me, I wanna know. Have you been burned before on some other chariot? I make the crosstown run.
Purdy?
Party expansion.
Oh, why, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Ugh. Ain't he something? Alright, now where are we going?
Good old Starbucks.
Starbies. So I got a black coffee and put some level 1 collagen in it. And Stone got a pumpkin cream cold brew, which I need to take my wife back, so let me just... They just look cool. And we're gonna get some work done on the business.
Yeah.
Alright, happy Sunday, YouTube. So right here we have breakfast. We have sourdough toast, we have egg whites, we have spinach. This breakfast, and I'll show you, because I track all my macros on the First Form app, I'll show you how I track it. So if you go onto the screen, I'll put everything I'm tracking right here. So what we have is, like I said, egg whites, baby spinach, sourdough toast, and I'm going to actually copy this meal from last Sunday because I have this meal every single Sunday, and it's super easy to just copy and paste using the first format. And this has 42 grams of protein, which is a great way to start your day with that much protein. But really, guys, this is where I'm going to end the video because I don't want to put too much into a video in all in one. So what I have also on the sides, I have berberine, I have a digestive enzyme, and I have my microfactor that I take every single day. I have coffee, I have water, and after I eat this, or while I eat this, I'm going to watch a YouTube video, and then after I eat, I'm going to get into programming with clients because that's exactly what I do on Sundays. Sundays is all about programming for clients. I'm super hungry, so I'm going to get into this. But guys, I hope that you enjoyed video 1. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see next, I have so many different ideas and plans that I want to do with this channel. Vlogging being the biggest thing, like I said, sharing the journey of building the business, building the coaching, building my CrossFit career, but also giving you guys different things that you can apply into your life that's going to make you become the best version of you, because that's what the Powerhouse Mentality is all about. So go out and do one thing today that's going to take you one step closer to where you want to be. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and I'll see you guys in the next one.